Swamp Thing, number 8, written by Scott Snyder, art by Yannick Paquette and Marco Rudy. This is a real quick one because it is just not a lot of major content in here. So we pick up after Alec's transformation last issue, finally into Swamp Thing. We pick up just seeing the devastation that's going on in the American Southwest, where just you've got entire fields of crops being decayed. You have a couple hunters who are about to shoot like a deer or an elk or something, and it turns its head and it's just rot infested. You have swarms of flies that are just biting and nipping at everyone, and then you have literal zombified humans who are heads are turned backwards and sometimes disconnect from the body entirely. So, not a good time overall, and it's spreading wildly. And then we get to the heart of the rot. It is the place where Seth, whatever I called him, I'm going to say Seth from now on, is setting up their base of operations. It's made of the bones and the decaying organs of just all this stuff. It's an entire kingdom being built. And Seth sits upon a throne in the middle of it. When over the desert, throughout the page flies Swamp Thing, because yes, he can fly now. And as he moves through, he's describing how his new body feels. He still feels his own body underneath it, but he can feel how it connects to the Swamp Thing body, how like every time he breathes out, he can feel the carbon dioxide being reabsorbed back into the plant body. So yeah, it's got abilities. So he's spreading green throughout the entire desert as he moves through, and Seth sees this and says, all right, everyone, get ready. We're going to attack the Swamp Thing as he arrives. And Swamp Thing just hovers over them and just Seth, back down now or we will fight. And Seth is like, no, I've been a representative of the rot for eons. You've been it for literally a minute and a half. No, we're just going to kill you. And he's like, all right, so be it. And so a long-ass fight scene continues through, where we see that Swamp Thing is more than capable to dispatch the agents of the rot here, but his primary purpose of punching through all this is he's going after Abby, because Abby was put in that weird cocoon thing, and he is here to free her. So he's pushing his way through, and as he finally gets up to the point where they're at the cocoon, he's like, if you release her quickly, I'll destroy you equally as quick. But then the cocoon opens, and inside is no longer Abby, but this weird, the best I can describe is half xenomorph, half leech is the best way I could say it, and it's just horrifying looking. And Alec realizes, oh, that is Abby. That's not good. And he tries to get through to her, and Seth is just mocking him the whole time. And he says, Abby, it's me, it's Alec. And Abby says, Alec needs to die, as she skewers him with her now super long, sharp tendril claw things. And that's it. That's the whole issue. It's a brief one. I feel like it's just to show off the new Swamp Thing. I think he does have a full page spread here of just him, in an angelic sun behind him sort of pose. I feel like this is just to get used to that. So, no, it's good. It's solid. It's a decent follow-up. It definitely isn't, blowing my hair back in terms of, wow, these incredible changes. It's no, okay, so Alec is now Swamp Thing, and Abby is now her own rot version of the thing. So it's fine. It's good. Art-wise, I definitely like it. There are a couple times in here where it gets a little bit, hard to follow. It doesn't matter because it's all just a fight scene, but the pacing of the fight, it's hard to tell where one panel ends and the next one begins sometimes. And again, if it was any sort of thing where the sequential order really mattered, I'd be more upset about it. But there are a couple times here. I will say if I just follow the rot's, or I guess Seth's text boxes, They structure it in a very strange way, but it flows very naturally throughout the page. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the layouts on this book. But overall, I give this I'll go ahead and give it a 7. I think it's good. I think it's possibly just a weaker issue in terms of it being more, okay, let's just show off what Swamp Thing can do. And it's just him busting through a crowd. So it's not like him doing incredible things with the green. It's just him punching and stabbing and cutting a lot of things. So, yeah, no, it's fine. It's just not blowing my hair back. And we'll see what the continued developments are with new Scary Lady Abby.